things we know very well sincerely that sometimes we tend not to practice them. Yes. Not that they're evil, or not that our parents are evil, no. But some of their ideologies, left alone, you know that pride will know this one cannot work well in my own. I tend to do something better. So if it has been a problem, it's becoming a bigger problem now. Do you know why it's a bigger problem? Because our parents live the marital lifestyle with huge and volume of patience, more than what we have today. Today it's like we are having a generation of couples who are disciples of Moses. Talking about an eye for an eye. Another songwriter said, "Do me, I do you." God no go vex. So that is what we are seeing today. So gender wars is still affecting our homes. So it's better couples sit over such things and talk over them, and we can achieve that politely. If there's a role in the house that you know that should be dominantly taken by a lady, and you need help, you can quietly talk that over with your husband. And there's a way that you know you always talk and understand each other. Once we talk over them, we tend to have a better understanding. But they're still affecting most relationships till tomorrow. And these are simply as a result of this is the way we know, and it should be this way. And just like my wife, most times they tend to ask people around us, who set the rules?
Honestly.
Go back and ask, who sets the rules? And when we tend to answer those problems, we appreciate ourselves better as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think is the biggest misconception both genders have with each other?
Oh no. There are a lot of misconceptions. But worst of all are the voices that talk to us. And I'm going to simplify that quickly. Whenever the woman wants to express her best, the man sees it as challenging his position. So most often, whatever she wants to say, most times we don't listen, but we're hearing the voices on our head. Voices like what? This woman is stubborn. She's a very stubborn lady. How can she ask me to warm water and put in the flask? Is that not a disrespect? Even when she is tired or sick and she's begging for that help, he does not hear her in light of the condition that is in the house. But because his head has severally told him that that is not his role, he kept hearing the voices playing in his mind. And the same thing is applicable to women. So we must be able to define these roles and come to a stage of agreement where we can be able to appreciate what we are doing for each other. Because if these misconceptions are not addressed, they are still here with us. If you like, live as husband and wife or couples for 50 years, you keep on fighting over those issues for those 50 years. Let me give you an illustration quickly. Recently, I met a man who is a father of 5 girls, all girls. And it's the role of that man to provide based on where he's coming from. But his wife was also a career woman. He told me personally that he confronted his wife and said, "Why are you not giving me your salary?" And the woman said, "I'm not giving you my salary and you're making trouble over this salary from the day I started this job. But let me do a simple analysis for you." She said, "From the day I started this job, who had been buying the food in the house?" That was when he understood that he had stopped buying food. Not because he was not caring, no. Raw food, there are things in the house that the woman compliments. She buys them in volumes. Okay, the second issue She said, okay, the clothing of these children, 5 girls. He noticed that from the day she started working, he stopped buying clothes for them. How about their footwear? The man told me, he said he left the house. He went out, looked for a place, sat down, and returned back and called his wife. When he invited her, she was really afraid. But when she came, he told her, he said, I'm sorry, I'm talking about somebody whose daughter just graduated from university. He said, I'm sorry. I now know that there's a role that I'm supposed to take in doing all this, but you're already complimenting. Let's assume that this woman takes her salary and gives this man and demand for double of that salary. The man may be under stress while they are going down. But by the time they started, and she opened up, he told me that he went back and begged this woman and said, I'm so sorry. And that addresses the issue of the gender problems or wars in that home. She knows that she's helping with buying those things, and he also accepted the fact that she's also helping, but not leaving it completely to her. Anytime there's a demand that she approaches him on, he gives her whatever she asks for in the volume she requested. And from that moment, they'll be giving the place. So it's very important for us to address some of those things there.
Absolutely. Finally,
okay.
As important as it is, like you said, how can we both communicate this better?
Okay, that's good. Communication is very vital in every way. And I think most times we assume that communication should come in a particular pattern. But I'm here to say that as couple, you know the best pattern that works for you. Right? Communicating this pattern in a very polite way and in a very understanding manner will give us a better result. Let me illustrate. Do you know that it's your duty to be providing food in this house? You are a failed man. You've left me to be making provision. What is wrong with you? When your mates are bringing food home, you are busy doing nothing. You may call it communication, but it's not. But in a situation where, Daniel, I appreciate what you are doing in this way. I know that I'm praying for you, that God should give you more strength to bring it to us. I can see that we're going a bit low with provision in this house. Can you please look towards that? As much as God gives you grace, pray that God will give you grace to do it. I just communicated same thing, but in a different way. So, Gloria, which one do you think? Better of this one.
The later.
This is the latter. So that is the reality.
Yeah.
So we ought to understand our partners, and if there's anything we want to talk over them, timing is also very important. You know, there are moods sometimes that you see a partner in, you know that he's excited, he can do a lot of things, you can be able to talk over them in soft times. And there are moments that you want to talk over an issue, and the partner is saying, no, we can leave it for later. And if you are insisting that that issue must be addressed, it's going to end up on a very sad note. So, very importantly, we should know that one of the sure ways to address gender wars is the subject of communication. And communication is not in saying something. No, it's not in talking or saying something. Communication is in saying it the right way, at the right time, and in the right manner. And that will give us the best result.
I don't know how to thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I don't really know how to thank you. Getting you in Abuja.
Seriously.
Getting you in Abuja has really been a lot. But having this discussion today, honestly, means a lot to me, and I know the viewers will really appreciate this. You give so much light to this topic. When I was giving out this topic, honestly, my thoughts didn't go in this way. And if anyone would take anything away from today's discussion, I want them to reflect on wisdom and understanding.
Yes.
Because those were the two elements.
Yes, gender was a simply
Yes.
problem, wisdom and knowledge problem.
Yeah. Don't. For me, I just feel that if you work as a team with understanding, you will conquer everything.
That's right.
And please, let us work with understanding. Let us work with empathy. Right? Whatever a man is contributing in the house, it's not ordinary. It is flesh and blood. Whatever a woman is contributing in the house is flesh and blood. It's not ordinary. Let us appreciate each other.
That's
and
right.
I believe from there,
You can go far.
yes,
Very, very far.
very far.
Thank you, man.
So that for this episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.